Hey guys, so what we're going to be doing is kind of a new type of thing. Hopefully you guys enjoy this. It's going to be a blind dynasty ranking. So essentially me and James here are going to come up with a couple of categories. So for example, the top 10 Cornerstone dynasty assets to have, age 25 or younger, top 10 dynasty win now contending options. Those are things that we're going to have and we're going to ask each other on the spot so we don't know exactly which player name is going to come next. So for example, I'm going to say something like Brock Bowers and he's going to have to rank him either number one, number five, number 10, for example, somewhere in the top 10. And with that, we'll eventually get the 10 players listed and see kind of how that top 10 list ranks. I'm going to start top 10 Cornerstone Dynasty assets. This is not going to include quarterbacks, will be age 25 or younger this coming season. Those are the players I included on the list. Anyone age 26 or older, not included. Quarterbacks, not included. All right, so your first player is going to be Jackson Smith and Jigba. Where would you rank him on the top 10?
Ooh, JSN. Love JSN. I actually was really high on him last year. Declined to trade for the I could have got him for the 102. Definitely picking myself for that now. I think I'm gonna put him at 3. I know that's a bold choice. I just don't think he's gonna have this like explosive 1700 yard kind of year every year. I think he's an unbelievable player. He's gonna get 13, 14, 1500 yards as a consistent guy, but wide receiver one, absolutely. But I think there's gonna be a couple guys who I'd pick ahead of him here.
All right, your next guy is going to be Bijan Robinson. He's going to be age 24 this coming season.
Oh man, because I'm kind of obsessed with Bijan, so I want to
Yeah.
go one, but I'm like, who's coming? Who would I put ahead, Gibbs or? And I think
Mhm.
I'm going with the one with Bijan.
Really? All right, fair enough.
I think 2,000 all-purpose yards underutilized as well, and he's getting his TD poached, and he's still like the absolute tops of those running back rankings constantly. Clean bill of health always. I think he's a freak athlete, much like you see Saquon. He's got the potential for an explosive year anytime like that, especially with the new OC coming in, new coaching staff. I think we'll see an even better Bijan next year.
With that, where would you rank Jeremiah Love? 21 years old this coming season.
Jeremiah Love. I
Probably the unanimous 101 in rookie drafts this
Yeah,
year.
101 stacks up very similarly to Bijan, Genti, Saquon as some of the best running back prospects we've seen for the
Yeah.
past 15 years. I'm a big fan of him. I would rank him slightly below those guys, in my personal opinion. In this list with so many proven players, and he did have that little bit of a knee injury, less rushing yards than Johnny Manziel in the final season. Just all those negatives, even though I do love some of Jeremiah Love. I think I'm going to throw him at 5.
That's it. I feel like that's probably a fair ranking for him, just because he isn't proven. With that, where would you rank Puka Nakua?
Puka. Oh my God. The off-field stuff kind of scares me. I know he literally has not gotten in any big trouble. It's just, I don't know. It scares me when wide receivers start having all these kind of news come out. They're doing little crazy things like freaking out about a helmet, like saying
Yeah.
concussions aren't real. Like that's when stuff starts to go off the rails a little bit.
Yeah. The Aiden Ross stuff. Yeah.
It's a little bit tough watching him as a player. Like he's a truck out there. When he gets the ball in his hands,
Mhm.
he really bullies these DBs. Like he's so
He
hard to
does.
tackle. McVay is so good at actually getting him in space. People say that a lot. Just get the ball in his hands. Just get the ball in his hands. It's not forced touches. Amazing play calling that suits him. Him in that system, I would go just below JSN. I'm gonna throw him at number 4. Really, really tempted to throw him at number 2 just because of the talent. I'm gonna be honest with you. If he was the
Yeah.
same off field as JSN, I might throw him at 2, but he just scares me a little with that stuff. I'm maybe unique, but I just don't know.
And you never know with Stafford, he could retire at any moment. He's already contemplating retirement this offseason. I assume he's going to come back, but Puka Nacua, he's still young. Hopefully McVay stays with the Rams for as long as he can, and then I feel like whatever quarterback comes in there will be fine. I'm not too concerned about Nacua, but that's definitely something to note for sure.
McVay never goes too long without an elite wide receiver too. That's something to notice.
Yeah,
So for OBJ, Trey, for Devontae, I'm
that's
sure you're
true.
going to pick one of his first. He'll never go too long without target competition.
Where would you put Malik Neighbors?
Oh, Malik. Damn, I just put Puka 4. I put Love at 5. I would definitely take Neighbors over Love. I know that's tough with the ACL. I just think like he was in a really tough offense in his rookie year, and he was so explosive. When we've seen the kind of target share he can demand,
So you
I
put him
can't.
at six, you said?
I gotta put him at 6. I gotta leave that 2 spot open. I feel like Jameer Gibbs is coming here somewhere.
He is. He's coming up next. Where would you put Gibbs, number two?
Now, I'm liking Gibbs at 2. I'm thinking, is there anyone else I'm leaving out? I'm sure there is, and I'm gonna throw an absolute stud at 7 or 8. But he broke Barry Sanders' touchdown record. I mean,
Yep.
seriously, the yards per carry is unbelievable. I'm excited to see. They talked a lot about getting him involved in the receiving game. We saw it a little bit more this year. I think that's going to increase even more as the years go on.
Insane O-line too. He's
Yep.
got Goff there probably for the next 5 years. Dan Campbell's probably not going anywhere. Obviously the OC, people don't love Drew Petzing, but I'm
Ooh,
not
yeah.
too concerned about it to be honest. And you never know, like David Montgomery, his years are probably close to over in Detroit,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
he's
He
probably
saw
gonna
a
make a
lot of
workhorse.
a usage jump this year, and I would expect that to continue with the Monty trade rumors.
And where would you put Ashton Genty? Oh, your
Yeah.
boy.
I messed up here. I'm a huge Genty guy. I think he's pretty screwed. Over 1,000 yards after contact in his rookie year. If he had a decent line, we could be talking about a 1,700 yard season there.
Yeah.
1,000 yards after contact. He's such an explosive player. Home run hitter. He still hit a couple home
Mm.
runs. Had these massive plays that you don't see a lot of other running backs generate. Only really like the Gibbs, the Barclays can do that, the Bijans. I really hope the Raiders can invest in this offensive line, even
Yeah.
going quarterback number one, which they definitely will. I would personally throw him probably 5, right over
But
Neighbors
that's where
left.
love, that's where you put love.
Yeah, that's where I would put. That's where I would
See,
actually put Genty, but I'm gonna have to slide him in at
yep,
7 or 8,
yep.
which I think a lot of people would because of his tough rookie year. But I'm a lot higher on Genty than most.
And they could hire Clint Kubiak still, you never know.
Yeah,
At the time
yeah.
of this recording, at least we don't know who the Raiders are gonna hire, so. And Mendoza's coming in, so that should elevate the offense quite a bit for sure. This one's gonna be a tough one. Where would you put Brock Bowers?
See, I knew I was leaving some stuff. Honestly, though, for a tight end, I'm confident picking Love, Genty, Neighbors, all those guys that have just above him. I still
Yeah,
think he's premium. Hot take, would probably put him tight end one, even over McBride. I just think he
yeah, I would agree.
played through an injury all year, still put up unreal numbers. We saw what he did as a rookie. Both seasons, he's never had great quarterback play ever. No really good offensive coordinator, good offensive system. Chip Kelly this year was a complete disaster, playing through an injury with Chip Kelly and Geno Smith, and he's still absolutely balled out.
Yeah.
This guy is a true like stud blue chip talent, and he's definitely the tight end one. But I'm gonna slot him in at number 8 here.
All right, the next one's gonna be Drake London. He's gonna turn age 25 next season.
Drake London. Now that's a tough one. That's a tough one. He's got a really great frame. He's got really great athleticism. He's amazing deep down the field. He had one play this year where he absolutely mossed Gonzo, and he did it like
Mm.
twice in a quarter. It was unbelievable. He had that game against the Patriots where he had so many crucial catches. Really great red zone threat as well. I think that's the big thing. If we can get a new offensive coordinator in there who maybe utilizes him a bit more to his strengths in the red zone as well as not just a contested catch threat as well in the money area. I think he could get a big season. Coming off that injury, though, 25, I think I'm comfortable putting him below Malik Neighbors, Ashton Genty. I would probably take him over Brock Bowers, although I don't know, that's a pretty close one. So I'm comfortable putting him at 9, but I still feel that's very disrespectful for a player
Okay.
of Drake London's caliber.
So you put Bowers at 8 and then London at 9?
9. If I could
All
switch
right.
it, I probably would, but I'm not
You
like
can't
heartbroken.
anymore. Yeah, you're
I'm not
stuck.
heartbroken about it. I'm not.
It's not bad. Your ranking's pretty good so far. And the last one, I feel like slots in at number 10. You would probably agree, Devon A-Chain.
Oh yes, okay, good. I didn't. I was racking my brain. Did I leave an absolute stud? No. Okay.
Not
Yeah.
bad.
Channel slide at 10. He's an absolute baller. I will say the injury always just scares me with like kind of slight speedy backs
Mhm.
like that.
Yeah,
Especially when they take a lot of contact with his usage. But player in that system, like he's been amazing. Losing Mike McDaniel is going to be a little bit tough because he's
yeah.
great at getting players like that in open space. Going to be interesting to see. Don't think a player like that's going to necessarily age well. But with all that being said, he is an absolute baller right now.
And it is going to be a completely new look offense. Tua's probably going to be gone. It's going to be A-Chain and Waddle. And that's pretty much it. We still don't know. I don't think we know who the OC is going to be so far, but
No, I don't think we do.
I don't think they've hired an OC, but yeah, I think that's a good list. I think you did pretty well. I would agree with them for the most part, to be honest. Probably put Genty a bit higher, in my opinion, just because he's so young. The upside's still there. We already know the Raiders are going to improve. Another one I agreed with, I probably put JSN probably at number 2. Bijan, I would agree with his number 1 though.
Yeah, looking back, it is pretty close. I'm just a huge fan of Gibbs as well, though. But yeah, JSN monster year. Honestly, contending to be the number one asset. I'm sure many people will be thinking that. All right, we're gonna move on to your category now. We're gonna do the top dynasty tight ends. I'm excited to see how you rank these. We're gonna start off with the guy who burst onto the scene, Aronde Gadsden. How would you rank him?
Gadsden. Jeez, this is gonna be tough. You're starting with like one of the lower probably ones, but I'm probably gonna put him at number 9. I know he's got a lot of chemistry with Justin Herbert. He's a very young. He's just coming off his rookie season, so he's got a lot of years left in the tank. But I feel like I'm probably putting dirt on his name, but I just feel like number nine is probably where I would put him for sure.
I think I like him a little bit more than you, but I think I would rank him similarly. So
Fair.
uh, he's an explosive player, but he's still very raw. I
Yeah.
think I would agree with you on
And
that.
he wasn't as good like the second half of the year. Like he had those games where he was unbelievable, and we're like, okay, this guy might be like a top five dynasty tight end. And then, the next second he's just averaging like 5, 10 points a game, and it's like, I'd take a few more guys over him for sure.
I agree. Next, we're gonna go with. I see you got the Colts hat on. We're gonna go with your boy Tyler Warren.
This one hits home a little bit. I love Tyler Warren as a player in real life. I was looking at his dynasty stats. Damn, this is kind of underwhelming, man. Like I know like Daniel Jones got hurt. That was huge. It really screwed him. Like I think he didn't get a game over 8 points the rest of the year after Daniel Jones' injury. The entire Colts offense was just anemic at that point, but Tyler Warren, I still think he's a great tight end for the future. Daniel Jones is most likely going to re-sign with the Colts, and he's still very young. They obviously have chemistry there. It's just his ceiling is it's a lot lower than some other guys that I would take over him. I would probably put him here at number four.
Yeah, really big fan of Tyler Warren's game. I love the way they use him as a running back like they did in college. He really blocks ferociously. Huge fan of him. Chain mover when you need him, like share hands, team first guy. Going to be a great player for the Colts for a long time.
Hmm.
Next, we're going to go with, I believe we both discussed this. I think we're going to know where he's going to go. Brock Bowers.
I gotta put him number one, man. Like the guy is just a superstar. He's the
Absolutely.
best tight end in the league, in my opinion. He's better than Trey McBride, who had obviously he had a better season this year, but I just don't trust Trey McBride's quarterback situation over Brock Bowers. We know Bowers is gonna have Mendoza at quarterback for the future, so I gotta go Bowers on number one for sure.
And I honestly feel bad for McBride because he did not get the national media attention he deserved at all for his
Mhm.
record-breaking season. And he's an amazing player, and he still doesn't get the recognition he deserves. But
Yeah,
we're lining him up one-on-one. You're taking Brock Bowers. I agree with you absolutely.
100%.
Next, I threw in a little bit of a wild card here. We're going Kenyon Sadiq, draft prospect.
Oh, that's gonna be a tough one, man. Because I have no idea what Sadiq is gonna be in the NFL.
I don't
I'd
think anyone
probably put
does.
him number 10. I
Yeah.
gotta go number 10, man, just because of the uncertainty there. I think he's a solid prospect, but I think he's probably around the Gadsden range for me.
Yeah, the numbers don't eye pop, and especially you would like that for more of a receiving tight end. He certainly works hard in the blocking game, but at 6'3",
Yeah,
he's not the biggest guy. He doesn't have the hugest potential in the blocking game. He's more of a pure receiving threat. Would
yeah,
like to see a bit more explosivity. He's not on the same level as a Warren Bowers type prospect.
no.
That being said, he is still the top tight end prospect. I would expect him to go first round to a contending team in the back half of the first round. I'm excited to see how he gets used in a good offense. Next, we got Sam Laporta.
Sam Laporta coming off that back injury. Damn, this guy's. I love Sam Laporta as a tight end. I feel like he's underrated. He's had an overall number one receiving season for the Detroit Lions at tight end, but I don't know about him, man. Coming off that injury, he didn't have the greatest year. Probably put him around seven. I gotta go number seven for Laporta. I feel like that's a fair spot for him.
Back injuries are always scary, and he hasn't
Yeah.
reached the same production since his rookie year. I think there are a multitude of factors that go into that beyond just Sam Laporta's play. Don't think he's a one-year wonder by any means, but I think
They,
seventh is a pretty fair
they just
rank.
have too many mouths to feed. That's pretty much the only thing.
Yeah, I agree. Next, we're gonna go with Colston Loveland.
I feel like this guy's an easy. People are gonna be pissed because I just put Warren at number four. And there's so many Warren haters if they're Loveland fans because, obviously we saw Chicago took him over Warren in the draft. I probably got it because I feel like most people would have Loveland up at number three now at this point. I think I got to put him at number five, maybe number three. You could talk me into, but I got to go number five just because I feel like I'm gonna miss a player that you're gonna shout out. I'm gonna be like, damn, I should have put him number three, so I'll put him number five to be safe. I
Yeah.
do think he's better than Warren in fantasy, though. Just because I ranked Warren four, I probably switched them around. Can't do it now.
No, yeah, I honestly agree. I think the potential with Colston Loveland in the receiving game, he's younger, much more of a pure receiver than Warren. I think maybe has much like a little bit more fantasy potential, whereas Warren might be a bit more of like a true, like better football player for the Colts, what he brings into the blocking game and stuff like
Yeah,
that, and in the
for
red
sure.
zone with the run packages and stuff like that.
Mm.
But I'm a big fan of Colston Loveland, but I like Warren over him as well. So I don't think you're
Yeah,
being a hater, but I think there are lots of people in the general narrative that would favor Loveland due to that fantasy
yeah.
potential.
Real life, I think Warren's the better tight end
Right.
overall, but in fantasy, I probably take Loveland.
All right. Now, this next guy, Pretty outraged he didn't get the number one spot. Kyle Pitts, everyone's favorite. Let's go.
Oh, Kyle Pitts coming off a really good season, but you never know. Like Kirk Cousins, obviously he's not going to be there next year. Penix, we don't know with his injury, and then there's going to be completely new play calling there. So who knows if they target him the same way? That's really tough for me, man. I'd probably put him at number 8 if I had to say, just because I don't trust his long-term outlook. We saw his first few years in the league, he just wasn't even startable,
Yeah.
to be honest. His value tanked. Obviously, it's back up this year, but I think number 8's a safe way to put him.
Yeah.
I'm not going to risk any higher though, for sure.
I'm actually a big fan of Kyle Pitts as compared to other people. I mean, I got him for a late third round pick when his value tanked, and now he's been a really good kind of buy
Yeah.
low asset. So I have not had the nightmare experience that most
Yeah.
people have had. I'm hoping that he leaves this team, and I'm hoping that he
Hopefully.
leaves the Falcons and he goes to a good system. I dream of him in like Andy Reid's hands or something like that, even without Patrick Mahomes the first half of the season. Like the way other teams could scheme him up. We
Yeah.
saw his rookie year, he got 1,000 yards. We've seen him have that explosive game against the Bucks. Like we know the potential's there. We've always known the potential's there. That's why this guy got picked so highly in the draft for a tight end. I think if he can get in the right system, he can be huge.
Yeah.
I'd probably rank him six. I'm a little higher on him than you, but I think it's not disrespectful, especially given the craziness, kind of the chaos surrounding Kyle Pitts at all times, even still.
Yeah, I think he would be a guy similar to like a Brees Hall where change of scenery would be better for him in terms of fantasy, but it's to be seen. I think he's still under contract for one more season, so I'm not too sure there, but
I think it's time for McBride.
easy number 2 for me. I don't have to explain it. Him and Bowers probably the same tier,
Yeah.
but yeah, I gotta put him there.
Be interested to see what his dynasty value is. Interesting to see what people would be willing to deal for him. People are sometimes weird about tight ends, but for a premium
Yeah.
asset like that,
I would put him as an easy sell high just
yeah,
because Brissett's obviously probably not going to be the starter there next
yeah,
year. And he was the main reason for him getting a ton of touchdowns, ton of yards, ton of targets. So I feel like if you can sell him for that massive Bowers-like package, I would do it.
I agree. We're gonna go with a fan favorite, certainly where he's from, Tucker Kraft.
Man, that's going to be a tough one. Coming off that ACL, man, I'd probably have to put him did I say number 6 yet? I don't think I did.
I don't believe he did.
I'm putting him at 6. I feel like he showed enough, the potential, the chemistry with Jordan Love. I think it's an easy ranking there. I feel like he has a higher ceiling than the guys that I'm probably going to put below him, like Kyle Pitts, Gadsden, those types of guys. I feel like 6 is a good spot for him.
All right. And last but certainly not least, Harold Fannin, really explosive player from Cleveland.
Really good rookie season. I had doubts about his season in Cleveland, quarterback uncertainty, coaching uncertainty, but the guy just showed out. He's balling. I gotta put him at the last spot I have.
I wouldn't go above Warren. I'm sure many people will be angry. I'd probably go similarly to Tucker Kraft, maybe above Tucker Kraft just because of the ACL tear. I love the
Yeah,
potential of Fannin. Saw him breaking out his rookie year, and then I looked at his stats at Bowling Green, saw his combine measurables, and I was thinking, how did I miss this guy? How did many other teams miss this guy? Like
yeah,
it's Bowling Green, but the stats jump out at you, and they did at the NFL level too. So
for
Wilson
sure.
Harold. That's
All
it for my
right.
list.
All right, cool. Hope you guys enjoyed. Subscribe, like, and be on the lookout for more.